What's up YouTube, Jamie the Kid 00 here, welcome back to Game 2 of the Top 8 feature match at Cardiff Regionals. This is going to be a Mermail mirror match for those of you who haven't seen Game 1. And I need to apologise again for the strange way this is being recorded. As you can see, I'm playing on a fully extended playmat and my opponent is still really far away from me. This is because the tables at my locals are very wide. So, because it's a wargaming locals, the tables are 48 inches wide, so it's kind of awkward to play. So we're going to try our best to keep everything in. So, I've gone first, set 1, my opponent responded by setting 2. I've now taken my turn and summoned a Mermail Abyss Pike to the field. He's just thinking about a response. I've declared the activation of the effect, sending a title from my hand. I'm sorry that you're not going to be able to see many things in the video, that's why I'm narrating it. Because of the odd camera angle, it does make a few things a bit odd to see. I believe at this point I search a Gen X Undyne to my hand. It's just off camera, annoyingly. I really wish the tables were smaller at this locals. This is why I don't actually do my recordings normally. But a friend of mine offered to record my games, so I thought, why not? I'm just going to attack with the Abyss Pike, and he's going to respond with the Sphere, and I'm going to respond with the set MST. So my attack goes through and puts him down to 6,400 life points. I'm then going to, I believe, pass turn here. Yep, I haven't proof watched this, sadly, so I'm literally narrating this as I go along. Goes to check his grave, seeing that there's just a Sphere there. So we're going to see how his turn pans out. He's going to summon Mermail Abyss. He's going to summon Mermail Abyss Turge. Teus, discarding Abyss Turge, searching his deck for a card, and I'm going to respond to his activation with Max C, just to at least net the 1-for-1 and possibly slow him down. Sorry about the focusing issues here. My friend was kind of tired. He'd played the whole event, and then he was recording for me. This was recorded at like top 8 was I think at 8 o'clock in the 8 o'clock in the night. This ran on really long. So I can't remember what he searched. He searched an Abyss Pike, I believe. He's then going to, he shows me the Abyss Pike because I double checked what he searched. As he sent the Turge, he's just going to swing with the Teus to deal me 100, putting me down to 79 to his 6,400. And pass turn to me. Obviously that Max C kind of perturbed him from making any further plays, which was my intention. I really don't like using Max C that much to generate massive advantage. I more like using it as a deterrent for from players making advantage, especially Mermails. If Mermails go off, it's really hard to shift, but if you can manage to get them to stop, it's pretty good. So I'm going to activate Megalo, sending Heavy Infantry and Mermail Abyss Lind, from what I can see. My opponent's going to respond with Solemn Warning, and my Heavy Infantry is still going to resolve killing off his Mermail Abyss Teus. I'm not entirely sure why I'm searching now. Or did I send a Dragoons? Sorry, I sent a Dragoons. My bad, it looked like a Lind from here. So I sent a Dragoons, and I searched out a copy of Deep Sea Diva. At this point, I'm pretty sure my opponent and one of the players across from me went, Deep Sea Diva, you're actually playing that? From what I heard, there were 4 Mermail players in top, and I was the only person playing Deep Sea Diva because I still have a massive love for the card, and the access it gives you to things like, I forgot the name of it, things like Armored Kappa and Armades. So that's why I'm playing Diva, and it works out pretty well over the course of the regionals. Especially in the top, actually. So I'm just going to consider my plays. I'm kind of glad that the cameraman is kind of alternating between the players here because it kind of helps. So I'm going to activate the effective title, banishing Dragoons, and I think about the Pike for a minute because I'm not entirely sure if I want to banish the Pike due to the infamous Turge Pike play, but I banished the Pike anyway because I want to leave salvage targets in my grave, because my opponent doesn't know this yet, but I do play salvage. So I'm going to summon the title, summon the controller, attack with title and controller for 4,000 in total, putting him down to what I believe is 2,400. Because it's 4,000 together, which is what we're just discussing. I'm making sure that we're correct on life points. So he should be on 2,400 by my count at this point. And I'm then going to synchro the 2 monsters together for a copy of Leo, Guardian of the Sacred Tree. I believe at this point I have a trap to set. I think I can see a Squall in my hand. But I just pass turn to my opponent. I do not set anything. It may have been a Squall that was not currently live, but we'll see what he's got. So he asked me for the number of cards in hand. I believe he asked me in my grave as well. So he's going to consider his options. We've still got quite a ways to go, so I know he's got at least something to do. There's a lot of thinking in these games, because of course it is the top 8 of the regionals. We were playing for a final prize of a box, and we were, of course, at this stage playing for the deck box as well, so there were definitely prizes on the line. So there was a lot of thinking involved in these games. I'm pretty sure I didn't go into time, but I'm fairly sure almost all of my games lasted the full 40 minutes. I know I never ever had a game which ended in time across the whole 7-round and top 8 regionals, but it's definitely it was definitely a concern, and these games did run on a little bit. So he's going to summon Mermail Abyss Pike. He's going to send Mermail Abyss Gund to activate its effect. He's going to search out a copy of, I believe, Genex Undyne. That was what most people searched, but he might be searching a target for... Yeah, he's going for the Undyne. The Undyne was almost always the search for a lot of people's pikes during the day. He's then going to activate, of course, the Gund to go for what is more than likely going to be the Turge. Yep. And I'm going to respond with Maxi to the Gund. I absolutely love Maxi in the mirror match. I sided 3 for the mirror because I thought, hey, because of Patrick Hoban, Mermail is going to be huge. I wasn't originally siding any Maxi because I didn't think Mermail was going to be a remote concern, but I was glad to side it because I did play against 4 Mermail decks across the course of the event, which was a pretty good shout. So he's going to set 1 back row, overlay the Pike and the Turge, or at least consider it. Yep, overlay the Pike and the Turge into a copy of... Can't honestly remember what he goes for. He's considering Abyss Dweller, which gives me the idea that his back row is a Mirror Force. Of course, from this angle, I believe I could see that it was a Fiendish Chain, but he just passes instead without Xyzing, which I feel was the correct play, with considering he only had a Fiendish Chain. Because why give me advantage when the Xyz really isn't going to get you anywhere? I mean, there was the possibility of making Bahamut Shark, but that Bahamut Shark trite play would have given me another +2. So I feel that was the best play. It's kind of an awkward position to have a Leo staring you down when your deck's only outs are literally Mirror Force, Torrential, Dark Hole, and Exciton Knight. That's pretty much the only things that are going to get around it. Sorry about the camera going in and out of focus sometimes. At this kind of angle, with so much going on in the picture, the camera does have trouble focusing. So I just work out how much life I have to do. I'm kind of trying to think whether I can game my opponent this turn or not. But bearing in mind, I do have the Deep Sea Diva, and I do have the title, I believe I am able to go for game. It just is going to take me a while. I do actually remember this now. I was sitting here thinking for some reason I needed to put a monster on board with 2-8 to do the final amount of damage that I needed to deal after he Fiendish Chains the Diva that I play. But I then after actually just going for it anyway in the battle phase, I swing with the title and find out that is actually perfect game. So I mean, I think he should be on 24, but for some reason I think he's on 29. I'm not sure why. I'm just actually going to work out the life now. No. Yep, I miscalculated my life. So that if the title does come back now, I'm able to swing over the Pike for 1500, and then the Turge for 1100, which then the Turge for 900, which gives me a perfect 24 damage, which for some reason my math failed on, and I wasn't very good at. But that's going to bring us to the end of game 2, which is a win to me, with exactly 2400 damage, and I'll see you guys for game 3. Thanks for watching.